Hey guys, it is Monday, June 6th. So today's video is going to be about naming characters and like your writing and stuff. Obviously it's not going to be like an advice video or what you should do type of thing, because I'm definitely not like a professional writer. Never had anything published, so I would not be taking advice from me, but I just like want to talk about it. So I know like a lot of the times when you read a book, the author has put like a lot of thought into what the character should be named, and it usually has like, not usually maybe, but like a lot of the times has a meaning behind the name. Like one of the things I love about Harry Potter is a lot of the characters, their names, like if you research their names, it's really interesting to find out what they all mean. But I'm not really good about doing that in my own writing. It's really hard for me to name characters just because I'm not sure, really. J.K. Rowling, for instance, uses like a lot of Latin terms, not just in her names. I mean, her spells are in Latin too. And I know like next to nothing about Latin, and I'm not good at like creating new names and things like that. And it's really something I want to get better at. Like I really want to learn more about like Latin and like roots of words. I don't think we do that a lot in school. We do it some. I know freshman year for vocab we had to learn the roots of the words and stuff, but that's really the only year we've ever focused on like roots of words. We probably did in elementary school at some point, maybe even middle school, but I can't remember it. It wasn't something we did enough that I really like knew what I was doing per se. Creating words and putting things together so it means something, if that makes any sense at all, isn't something I'm good at, and I wish I was, because it would really be helpful in coming up with like cool character names. So when I'm naming characters, pretty much the only thing I do is I go to baby name websites. I seriously use baby name websites way more than anybody that's not planning on having a kid anytime soon should probably use it. If people who knew me knew how often I went to baby name websites, they'd probably be a little weirded out or think I was hiding something, but really I'm not. I'm just trying to find character names. So basically the only thing I do when I'm looking for character names is look around baby name websites. I have no clue what I would do if I needed like original names, like if it was in some fantasy world and I needed like, and like using an actual real name wouldn't sound right. I have no clue what I would do. I'd probably just use the name in a different language that people in like English speaking countries may not be familiar with, so it'd seem like it was from a different world, but it wasn't really, because I don't think I could come up with a name on my own. It would probably sound really stupid if I attempted to. I don't really know when, like how I choose which name is going to go with what character per se. It's just kind of like it fits, if that makes any sense at all. What I'm writing right now is really loosely based on something that happened to me in real life, and so some of the characters are kind of completely different than people I know in real life, but inspired by, and so it's really tempting sometimes to give them the name of the person that they were named after, but I don't want to do that, obviously. So some of them have really similar sounding names, and that's kind of, I did it subconsciously at some points. As I was writing, I realized that the names I had given the characters, a lot of them started with the same letter as the person they were based off of's real name. And I did not do that on purpose. So even though the character is different in a lot of ways from the person in real life, the fact, like, they do share some similarities, and so it was really hard for me to give them a different name. I don't know if any of this is making sense at all, and I don't really even know what I'm talking about. I've just started rambling. So basically I have no, like, cut and dry way of coming up with character names. I just look around baby name websites and choose whatever name appeals to me for the character. And sometimes the name changes. Most of the time if I choose a name and I start using that name for the character, it sticks and I can't name them something different because I've gotten too used to that name. But there have been a couple cases where I've changed names before. So if any of you guys watching are writers, then I'd really like to know how you choose your names for your characters, because I think that's something that's really interesting. It's cool learning how people come up with their character names. So I think that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.